There you go. Some say love, it is a little piano that plays tunes in many tones. Sometimes a duck, sometimes a cow. That's what life's all about. It is shitty at times, but mostly it's okay. So I hope you're all well today. Okay, so how are you, everyone? I do apologise, I am not well. As you will all know, I was, may or may not know, I had a huge day yesterday. Huge day. I went and did an IRL in the city. I went to my father's. I attempted to do a stream from the piano, but we had big sound issues. And I had another one planned, but by the time I left, it was so raining that there wasn't a chance I was going to stream, so I do apologise I didn't get back last night, everyone. Hello, Pogue, really good to see you. Hello, Dr. Ed, really good to see you. A horse is a horse, of course, unless you can talk to the horse, of course, unless, of course, the horse, of course, is the famous Mr. Ed Wilbur, which is what a lot of it's all about today. So, I hope you are well. Today is meant to be a Q&A, so if anyone has any questions for me, please let me know. It's entirely on songwriting and music, purely. I'm not going to answer any overly political questions. Hello, Road. Really, really good to see you. Thank you. I'm glad you liked it. It was, I had a lot of fun. Hello, Rich. Really, really good to see you. And I'm a little unprepared today because I literally rescheduled my stream. Woke up, rescheduled my stream, and then I get a reminder going, you're live in half an hour, and I'm like, I just rescheduled you. The universe doesn't like me today. So I'm here, but I'm not in the best of states. Hello, Stephen, really good to see you. So this is for you, Rich. Okay. So you think you can tell heaven from hell, blue skies from pain? Can you tell a green field from a cold steel rail? Smile from a veil. Do you think you can tell? Did they get you to trade your heroes for ghosts? Hot ashes for trees, hot air for a cold breeze, cold comfort for change. Did you exchange a walk-on part in the war for a lead role in a cage? How I wish you were here. We're just two lost souls swimming in a fish bowl, year after year, running over the same old ground, and how we found the same old fears. Wish you were here. So there we go. And Road, I can only remember one verse of the Kookaburra song for you yesterday, but that's okay. I think I made one up for you on the go. How are you, Thomas? Really good to see you. I hope you are well today. So, it is meant to be a Q&A today. It's the first one I've done, and it's meant to be all about music, songwriting, improv, everything like that. So, if anyone has any questions, here's your chance. What I might do is I've got some poetry and other stuff here. I'm going to do the best I can. I've also got like everything still in my bag from yesterday. All my mixers still packed, my mic, everything. So I literally just grabbed the closest laptop and went, okay, here we are. So, Hello, hello, hello. So yeah, it was fun being out and about in Melbourne yesterday. Of a lot of fun, and it's really nice to get out and about. We've in a 4-day weekend here at the moment. We've got Melbourne Cup tomorrow, which is a big horse racing thing. It's a public holiday. It's the start of where everything starts in Melbourne here. So everything gets warm. We come into spring, summer. We have all our events going for the next 4 months, and again. So for yourselves, you're all getting colder now. We're getting warmer. So it's good. It means life is coming back to normal a bit again. It's nice to get out and about with a sunny day instead of rain, which we've been having a lot of recently as well. So that's going on here at the moment, and we have a lot of events going on. A huge amount of outdoor events happen as well. Quite a few I'm going to try to get involved in now. As an artist, I can apply to be in these things as well. So hopefully I'll get out there a little bit more over this summer. We've literally been shut down for 2 years. So this is the first spring, summer we've had stuff in years. The Melbourne Cup didn't run for the last couple of years. So this has all been, it's all part of us. I just found I found a poem. Let's read you this one because it made me laugh when I read the first line. So here we go. This is a poem that I wrote a few weeks ago, and it's called I'm Fluent in Dickhead. What's your point? Did I even ask? I certainly don't care. Give a shit factor 0. Talk to the hand. Waste of air, not in your brand. Abrasive, brash, not positivism. Not positivism. Go away, dickhead. Not playing today. So I wasn't having a very good day. Hello, Mary. Really, really good to see you. I hope you are well. So let's read us some more. Actually, I had some here that I took with me yesterday. I actually took this all the way with me so I could read us a couple of poems, and I entirely forgot. So, well, no, it wasn't I entirely forgot. We had a lot of stuff going on yesterday. So there is one I wrote about Australians, which I particularly like, and seeing we were out and about in Melbourne yesterday. I'll read you the Melbourne poem. So here we go. Well, the Australian poem. So here we go. And please, if anyone has any questions, ask me. If you have any requests, let me know. If not, I'm do the best I can, and I'll end it and come back later and get set up properly, and we'll do some singing and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure Pug's singing today as well. So, and as you can probably tell from my throat, I'm not well. I got the bullfrog in the throat today, so we'll see how the day goes. So here we go. This is a poem I wrote about Australians. So this one goes like this. A weird and wonderful bunch us Aussies are. Birds are our background, Vegemite on our toast. There is great variety in this wide southern land, largest island in the world, from river to sand. The land of opportunity, this down under place. We are Australian, we love this place. Quirky and unique, the animals and the plants. Taking the piss is a pastime, and we're all in on the joke. Mate! How have you been? Fuck this, our national call. Aussie ingenuity knows no bounds. Like helmets for magpies when it's time to swoop. And we're in that season now. We say mate 1,000 ways. We all know how and what they mean. Mate, mate, mate! Get your hand off it. You're being a dick. Grouse means extra cool. Hells yeah means we're with you. In crisis I'll choose Aussies every time. We roll up our sleeves, get it done while having a laugh. We may not always get along, yet in a crisis we are strong. Matedom rules, we all help out to make this land a better place. The mullet has made a rapid return, unfortunately, The footy is plentiful, if not the cricket, and I would have shown you some of that yesterday. Footy, beer, boobs is the bogan call, just like the birds, part of our background. An eclectic bunch lit by the Milky Way. The Southern Cross illuminates the day. We sometimes fight over petty crap, but when it really matters, we get over that. Sit back, enjoy the view, the bird song, drowning out the chaos. So there you go, that's my little This Is Australia poem. Oh, thank you so much, Mary. I really, really appreciate that. Thank you for the super chat, Mary. I really appreciate it, and also your company. Thank you for being here today and for the super chat you made. Thank you, Mary, I really appreciate it. I really do. I really appreciate you. So we broke into the Muppets then for whatever reason, because this is the way of improv, and today we are talking about improv. It's that's what it's all about. You go with the moment, you take it where it is. A song comes in your head, you go with it. You know, that's what it's all about. And for me, with the way I used to write, was always poetry, and I'd always get the first two lines in my head. And then I would sit down and I'd write, and the rest would come out pretty much fully formed. I might change a couple of tenses from, past to future. But other than that, I wouldn't change it. It would come out fully formed. And then when I started songwriting, sometimes they'd come into my head with a tune. Sometimes it was my tune, which would come original song, like Inspiration Super or Inner Alien. Sometimes it would come into my head with someone else's tune. And sometimes I just get a tune in my head and I start singing. Sometimes it's just, it's just where it all goes. And that's what improv's all about. It's actually just going with the moment. And I think a lot of you that have seen me perform know that the bulk of what I do is actually improv. I come in with a couple of little variables and I go with it. I never know where it's going to go. Whenever I just start busting into song, it's just busting into song. That's not me sitting here pre-planning that with lyrics that I'm going to sing this at this time and do that at that time. It doesn't matter. It takes you. It has its own timing. So Flintstones rock, don't they? And do you remember all those really bad Flintstone jokes, particularly the Bubbles and Bam Bam jokes? There was a lot of them when I was a kid. And Dino, I used to love Dino. Yabba dabba doo. I think I was singing that one for you yesterday as well. Oh, when I did the movie ones the other day. But on that note, I am going to do another one of them. That was a lot of fun when I did the Just All the TV show themes. Hello, Bowstar. Really, really good to see you. I hope you are well today. Okay, let me see. The only Irish song that comes to mind off the top of my head at the moment is the Pogues, which probably doesn't. How are you today? I hope your world has been good. It's been a strange few weeks on earth. A fucked up time. A fucked up time. I hope you're all well today. That the soup is plentiful, and that the laughs come around with some random fun, So there we go. That was a tiny bit of Pogues improv for you, because why not? And in hindsight, I'm not very well, and that one's high. And I'm like, Violet, you're going to regret this one. But that's the way of it. Just go with it. So there you go, my Nightbot has decided to work. So I installed Nightbot as well. I put a little bit of time into getting it all set up. And for yesterday in my stream, all I kept saying was, error, cannot run, error, cannot run, as all my sound was going out. It's like, right, every bit of technology is on tantrum today. So that was definitely what yesterday was. So let me read you a little bit more poetry as well, and I'm just going to keep going. And please, if anyone has any questions, thank you very much, Becky. Really nice to see you. I hope you are well. It was, okay. And in the way of it, let's read this one. So, okay. So this one's called Syrupy Bitches and Wannabe Weinsteins. Syrupy Bitches and Wannabe Weinsteins, full most for a time. By then, game is played, mask is off. Devastation, done. Now hound and harass so you can tell none. Parasitic pimps, egos masquerading as music. Trolls full with syrup, smile, and division. So there we go. The odds are stacked, cloak and dagger abound, booby traps in the guise of gifts or selfless acts. Snakes and parasites lurk in the shadows, waiting for the moment to strike. Sees the blood in the water, long before it's shed. Hello, Pogue, how are you? Welcome, welcome, welcome. You muted my Nightbot. Did yours get out of control? But, rude, sorry. That's funny. Okay, this song is one I wrote, and I've written a note here that it goes to the tune of The Final Countdown by Europe. So let's give it a go, because, you know, I'm obviously deluded today thinking I can sing when I'm sick, so let's do it properly. Hello. Hello, Pa. So am I. I'm literally half asleep. It is 8 a.m. on Monday morning here. So here we go. So let's so I might just read this one first. Tick tock, tick tock, the time is here. Tick tock, your fears were real. Tick tock, time is up. Tick tock, nowhere else to run. Backed into a corner, throwing stones. You won't take me, I did nothing wrong. If that is so, why attack? Tick tock, you brought it on. Tick tock, can't run. Tick tock, can't hide. Tick tock, that monster you swept under the carpet has come to life. Tick tock, you caused it. Tick tock, it's at your back. Tick tock, too late, you lost. Created the results. Tick tock, don't go away just because you know, because you will it. Tick tock, it's grown with fuel of your own malice. Tick tock, you brought it on. The time is here. Explosion of your own making. Boom. It's the end. Hello. So let's see if I can sing this one to The Final Countdown. 2. Tick tock, the time is here. Tick tock, your fears were real. Tick tock, time is up. Tick tock, nowhere else to run. Backed into a corner, throwing stones. You won't take me, I did nothing wrong. If that is so, why attack? Why attack? Tick tock, you brought it on. Tick tock, dun dun dun. can't run. Tic Toc, can't hide. Da-da-da-da. Tic Toc, da-da-da-da. That monster you made, swept under the carpet, it's come to life. Tic Toc, you caused it. Tic Toc, it's at your back. Tic Toc, too late you lost. Tic Toc, created the result. Tic Toc, don't go away. Tic Toc, just because you will it. Tic Toc, it's grown with you. Tic Toc, of your own malice, malice, malice. Ba-da-da. Tic Toc, ba-da-da-da. You brought it on. Tic Toc, the time is here. Tic Toc, explosions of Tic Toc, your own making. Boom, it's the end. Ba-da-ba, ba-da-da-ba-ba-ba-ba, ba-da-da-ba, ba-da-da-ba-ba, ba-da-da-ba. Tic Toc, it's the end. Boom. There you go. So my little random note, final countdown Europe, worked. There we go. So that was a poem that I wrote a few weeks ago called Tic Toc. And then decided after I wrote it that it went well with the final countdown. So I hope you all like that. A little bit of silly. I know Tic Toc on well, there seems to be this big war. That's what it is. Tic Toc versus YouTube. It's, you know, as the attention spans go from 10 minutes to 5 minutes to 4 minutes to 3 minutes to 2 minutes to let's make a minute clips, but oh no, people can't focus on a minute clip, so let's make everything 15 seconds. Welcome to the modern age where people have the attention span of a gnat. They can't follow a conversation, let alone a thought, or watch more than 15 seconds of context. Welcome to the modern world. Thank you, Tic Toc. I gotta love it. Hey, welcome Pinoy, how are you? And look, a friend of mine and I joked 6-7 years ago that in a matter of time everyone would be watching 15-second cat videos on TikTok. No one would be watching TV shows, movies anymore. They'd all just be watching YouTube, which happened, and then it'd get shorter and shorter and shorter. I mean, look at the news now. It's got scrolling text and stuff. If you are not stimulated every 5 seconds, you are not going to watch. Oh my God, modern world. Here we go. Flash the lights, flash the lights. Did you get it? Did you get it? Oh my God, there's no context. It's just flashing lights. There is no form. There is no substance. It's all bullshit with flashing lights. Did you see the scrolling text? Oh my God, did you get it? Guess what? There's nothing in the news. Welcome to the modern age. That's what it's all about. Da-da-da-da. Ba-da-da-ba-ba. Ba-da-da-da. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. What's happened to our attention spans? So there we go. That's what a lot of it's about. I know, right? And it's all about having a bit of fun. So how have we gone? We've gone 24 minutes already, and no one's asked me a question. So does anyone have a question for me? If not, I'm just going to be silly for the next 15 minutes. It's up to you. We can maybe have a little bit more. Maybe we can do the rose as a cow this time. Because with all the audio issues yesterday, I figured this is probably about all we can hear. Hello, Shell. Really good to see you. Hello, Al. Really good to see you. Ooh. So that was The Rose as a cow. Hello, Pinoy. Hello, Bri. Yes, I am. I was born in Melbourne, Australia, which is where I am, which is where I was showing you yesterday when I was out and about, was from Melbourne, so particularly from in the city. So I went from one side of Melbourne all the way out the other side of Melbourne yesterday. Melbourne's huge. Melbourne has one of the biggest urban sprawls in the world. So let me tell you a couple of facts about Melbourne. Up until very recently, we were the most livable city in the world. We have a population now roughly of about 6 million. It was about 3 million when I was born. We have the second most multicultural society outside of New York in Melbourne. We have the largest Greek population outside of Athens, and that includes the rest of the Greek cities. We are a very culturally mixed place here. Melbourne is one of the arts and music capitals of the world. We are very much, definitely in Australia, some of the best live music comes out of Melbourne. So many of the bands wouldn't be here if it wasn't for Melbourne. So a lot of people, when they leave here, they'll either go to London or over to LA. Tends to be the path for a lot of people. More so to London is kind of the path, and probably the one I'd take, to be honest. So that's how a lot of that goes. So Melbourne's a really, really big place, and a lot of you will, we've got a really, I mean, I'm obviously biased. I love Melbourne. It's my home. So, hello, Lavender. Really, really good to see you. Hello, hello, hello. I hope you are well today. It's been a strange one out there for the last few weeks. Been time all over the place, not knowing what to do. And you are right about ACDC, we call them ACCADACCA. One of the things I was gonna show you was ACDC Lane. I had the delight of seeing them in a pub in Melbourne. Yeah, they're an Aussie group. And we call them ACCADACCA, and we have an ACDC Lane in Melbourne. And they have 3D artwork coming out of the walls, like Big Bon Scott coming out of the wall, and coming out of the wall, and lots of ACDC artwork ever. It's really cool. We love it. ACDC are like royalty to us here. And we love our ACCADACCA. We love our ACCADACCA. So one of the things I was hoping to do yesterday, it was one of the options for you, was going to ACDC Lane. So it is, unfortunately, we had this issue yesterday too. And I apologize, all of my mic and everything, so I haven't had a chance. I got home rather late last night. I have been to the States, so lucky to have travelled all over the world. So here we go. Let's answer this question first of all. So, hello. I'm from Australia. I'm also half Zealand, half family. So that goes back into English, Irish, a little bit of Scottish. Before that, a little bit of French, a little bit of German. So we were one of the families that came over in the Norman invasion. There you go. You know about this boat, so everyone else we're talking about. So that's 1,000 miles. And I would walk 10,000 miles to have a jam with you, my friend. I am half Italian, half Kiwi. Part of that was the travel. I had grandparents, so I would go and visit the grandparents in Italy, and on the way there or back we'd go somewhere else. So I did go to America in the late 80s. I was there in the height of the Crocodile Dundee phase. In 1988 it would have been roughly. I can use network. And when I was at Disneyland, going up to say good day, mate, and everyone would be like, oh, you're Australian. And so we were constantly getting put over the loudspeaker at Disneyland. Oh, we've got some Australians. Say good day. Which was all a bit of fun, and we, of course, obliged for a little while. So I've only been to go to more of America. I always wanted to see Tom Waits perform in New Orleans, was one of my life dreams. I very much want to get to New York is one of the areas I wanted to go. So I have been to South America, which is spent more time in South America than America. Traveled Europe, a lot of Asia, particularly seeing so close here. New Zealand many times. I lived in New Zealand for 5 years. So what the laws are, what I probably don't know less about that than other people, particularly because I'm not in the auditing community. But I do know that there are certain legalities I need to be aware of when it comes to, like, everywhere. Where can you record in public? Where can you record in private? So say when I was out yesterday, I can record in public. So that would be the same here, in that if you're in public, you would. When it comes into private, down to the you to stop, like it is in America. If you walk into a shop and you're filming, they can ask you to stop because that's private. It's a similar thing. So that a lot of that goes here. As I do playing, but I can see it's a moment on me as well. How accent, really, really good person. Hey, that's a really good person. The wife who had the greatest impact on life and why, and some people that changed my path. There's certainly been some things that were said to me that, but I'll tell you this, maybe sitting here now singing music and talking music for you. Maybe the person that changed my life was when I was years old. And I was given a music scholarship for how I played the something in me. And music scholarship for me. And I played the cello or the violin. And I really back. I gave a little bit up in my teens, but it's always been part of me. One of and we both wore glasses. We did this little. We had a little secret nod. So maybe I can't remember her name at the moment. Looks like, but I can't remember her name. I was like 6. 5 or 6. So I'd say she's probably the person that impacted me. I also had a teacher when I was 16 that actually recommended the Melbourne Philosophy Society to me, which is where I meditated for the first time. And that really changed my life too. I've always been into the philosophy, very much, finding my own way of stuff. So, and they saw something in the way I wrote and gave me a bit of encouragement as well. So I'd say probably in earlier life, they were 2 people that really affected my my music and songwriting and all of that. So, hello, No Blue Lines, really good to see you. I did sing a little free Eric Brandt song for you when I was out yesterday. I don't know if it was any good. We'll find out when I rewatch. Hello, Smokey Bear, really good to see you. I hope you are well. Sorry, I've been missing some people coming in, and I hope I have not missed anyone. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Good to see you today. And I can say, okay, what's my favourite musical instrument? Okay, so there's a difference between the ones I play to the ones I want. So my favourite instruments, I have a few of them. Double bass, oh my god, double bass, drool, double bass, timpani, marimbas. Oh, I have a passion for marimbas. Definitely. Love strings, love dirty brass. I love dirty brass. For me, good music's got to have a bit of momentum, a bit of a swing to it, and a bit of brass. I'm happy. There's a lot of probably the favourite instruments for me. If I had the choice of any instrument to go buy now, I'd go buy a double bass. I would go and buy a double bass without batting an eyelid. I'd be like, yeah, see you in a week. I love the double bass. I love the sound of it. I've always loved them. I've always, all the time, whenever I go to an orchestra, I spend a lot of time looking at the instruments. And most of the time I'm looking at double basses. Particularly there's a couple of different heads on the top of it, in the machine head area. Partly I played the cello when I was younger, so that probably definitely there's a lot of really cool stuff. I love harps. I love a lot of different stuff. So if I had money, at my house would be nothing but instruments. And of course the first thing I'd do would be buy a grand piano. But my instrument, I have to say, for all of them, is just a double bass. I think there's something about all frequency instruments as well that you really love. Like, think about when you hear the brass playing and you hear the tuba come in. You always remember the tuba. There's something about that low frequency you really remember. The same way in really, really good, a lot of modern music, we remember stuff, remember bass line. So if you ever, a song with a really good bass line or a really good bit of slap bass or something like that, that's kind of what sticks in your head. Even though the music as a whole is great, you don't necessarily remember, the guitar track or the this, that. You remember these kind of really cool bassy bits. So that's a lot of it for me. Okay, so here we go. Let me sing my favourite, my least favourite. My favourite food, the two foods I would have as my final meal would be Pesca, which is peach nectar that they get in little bottles, which I call ambrosia. I love peach nectar from Italy with a passion. And gnocchi bolognese, or gnocchi particularly. But it has to be made by my nonna. It couldn't be made by anyone else. Strangolo preti is the regional dish from Italy, where I'm from, which means strangled priest. And it's a type of gnocchi. It's a spinach gnocchi that they put just with the sauce is literally melted butter, parmesan cheese, and a bit of parmesan on the top. That would be my favourite meal ever, strangolo preti. And there's a particular dessert my mother used to make from Russia called Pashka, which is a cream cheese that has chunks of chocolate and like raisins and sultanas that have been soaked in rum for 2 days. And it is delightful, and you have it with fresh fruit. That'd be my best meals ever. Hello, Paul. How are you? I was on the trains today. Thank you of you. I hope you are well. So there's a couple of questions there. Let me say hello, everyone else, and come back to the questions. Flat nose breeds versus long nose breeds. I honestly don't have an opinion. That's hilarious. Let me put my thinking cap on for that. Yeah. Honey nose or a flat face? That's the question. Like little Maxie here's got a square face. Of all the cats I've had before, they're normally pointy. But he's got this little square face. You gonna show them? You gonna show me a little square face? Yeah. A little square face. So both are good. Both are good. So, okay. What's the nicest thing I've ever done for a stranger? Or I've done a lot for a stranger. I'll think about that one. Back to you on that one. And if I could anywhere in the world, where would it be and why? I asked myself this question. I love Melbourne with a passion. I really do. I could live in Galway, England. That's one of the places when I was there. I'm like, yeah, I could so live here. I could happily live, I think, places, a few areas in Canada. There's some places in the UK. Through all, UK, Ireland, Scotland, Wales, I'd be very, very happy in it as well. I'd potentially live, I also wanted to live in New Zealand, right in the middle of the South Island. So where you get all the mountains coming down the middle, you've got Christchurch here and you've got Greymouth here. One of the best train journeys in the world is the Transalpine, which runs from Christchurch over to here. Fantastic rail trip. And in the middle of that is a place called Arthur's Pass. And that's where I want to live. That's one of the places on the world I would live. A few of them, so, but that's the main one. And I know all about this. So hello, welcome, Paul. Oh, sorry, my computer's having I can see it. It's having okay, let's go to the chat here. Because I can tell my computer's having a moment. Oh, it really is. Happy Halloween to you. I was at About in Melbourne yesterday, and I hope it was nice. I did some train time. I love trains. Yeah. Okay. Well, it's interesting you say that. And because, here you go, I didn't realise I did this. Okay, so when I was in my early 20s, someone that knew me really well called me the yeah girl. And why they did that is I used to purr like a cat without knowing. So I'd be sitting there talking to people and I'd be doing this. I'd be like, yeah, 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 purring like a cat. So I stopped doing that and I didn't know I did it. It was one of those first times I went, oh my God, how am I not aware that I do this all the time? And I'm really feline. So I think a lot of the time I am, you know, I think a cat. I think you called that one really well. Nice. I know, it's really happy. Okay, so what I'm going to do on that, because, like, Tech's having a moment, I'm going to love you and leave you, everyone. Thank you for joining a bit later. I'll get everything set up with a proper meal and we'll get back to normal again. It was all a bit craziness. Oh, nice. It's real, and that's what about Australia is a good old street party. There's still a lot of that here. Like, I remember, and it shows my age a bit, I remember when, like, Charles and Diana got married, and everyone came out and had a street party. Everyone watched the wedding together. I remember when we won the America Cup years ago. Everyone in the street came out with champagne. It's like, stuff like this doesn't always happen now, so it's really good you're in one of the areas that still has that. Because most other areas now, I think in America you call them the block parties, you know, when people get together a bit and have a bit of fun. So because my audio is super crap, everyone, I'm going to love you and leave you. Thank you heaps for joining me. There is going to be questions I didn't get back to, and I will get all my proper mics. Another round, and until then, have some fun. Wait a second, I think we need to make sexy. It's been fun, it's been good, it's been a lot of fun. See you later on for another round of the silliness with better sound. And I will definitely, maybe I was going to take the ACDC lane yesterday as well, and then the rain came in, and then the rain washed all of my plans away, but hey, that's the way. Hello, Aussie Butte, really good to see you. Hello, Clemson Red, really good to see you. Hello, and goodbye.